Also joining us right now is tonight's race runner-up. Thank you. Race runner-up, Kyle Busch. He's also the 4th seed in the chase, the NASCAR Sprint Cup. Kyle Busch drives the number 18 M&M's Toyota. Kyle, talk about your race out there tonight. You and Hamlin really going at it, and also being seeded 4th in the chase.
Yeah, it was a really good night for us all around. I mean, it started out a little rough yesterday, qualifying 32nd, but we were able to rebound well and drive up towards the front steadily and methodically here today, and not get into anything. Guys did great on pit road, and Dave really worked on the car a lot last night and this morning, I know, getting it prepared and ready for today, making some changes. So real proud of his effort and the way the guys thought about things, and really gave me a good piece tonight to come out here and run so well. I felt like the 11 was just always kind of a step ahead of us tonight, and so they deserved the win. They gave us our air pressure that we started running about mid-race, and we really started clicking off and going forward. So it was good. I mean, we can't be disappointed in a second tonight. We wanted to win, and we fought hard with Denny, but racing teammates clean like that, and not laying a bumper at all. Just making sure that the Gibbs cars had a good, solid night, so we have everything on our side heading into the chase here next weekend.
Questions for Kyle Busch? If you have one, raise your hand. Let's go to Paul right here, and then we'll go back to this gentleman. Go ahead.
Kyle, Paul Woody from the Times-Dispatch in Richmond. What is it about the Joe Gibbs cars that seem to have this track figured out? This is the 3rd consecutive victory for a Joe Gibbs car here. Yeah,
I think it's really, really cool the way that we've been able to run well here, and that it is with Joe Gibbs Racing. But I'd give a little bit credit. I'd give a lot of credit to the team and all the guys. They build great stuff, but a little bit of the credit probably to Denny and myself as well. Denny has always run well here and has always been the car to beat, better than myself. And my average finish here is just it's really, really good. I mean, I've run well here in the 5 days. I remember starting 36th. And running all the way up to 2nd and just not quite having enough to beat Jimmy Johnson one Sunday afternoon. Actually, we ran because of the rain out on Saturday night. So, I think it's a true testament to everybody, though. I think Denny and we know how to get around this place. We know what to talk about with our crew chiefs, and we know what to explain to those guys and talk amongst ourselves to try to get our stuff better. And yesterday we were both, we all sat in my hauler and we were like, what are we doing? We're just missing something. And we all just talked about it and thought about some things and looked in some areas that we haven't really looked at before, and made some good changes and went in that direction. So it really helped tonight.
Question here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Charlie Leffler, Mechanicsville Local. Kind of following up that question, does Denny's history here and part your history here kind of give you all the feeling on the Gibbs team that you can start anywhere in the pack and come out ahead?
It sort of seems that way. I think that both of us have a really good history around this place and a really good knack of just how to run it. So it works for the both of us. And, we talk about it a lot amongst ourselves in our team meetings and stuff. And so, you can kind of use the answer I gave before for the rest of it, I guess.
Let's go David Newton, and then we'll take 2 upstairs. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kyle, David Newton, ESPN.com. A lot of people talk about your talent and how great a driver you are, but Denny sometimes seems to get overlooked in all of that. Can you talk about just, I guess, what you see in him as a driver and what you think of his chances in the chase?
You can't count him out. I mean, you can't count out anybody. We look at who wants to be the best person. We all want to identify somebody, but you can't. I mean, look at Jeff Burton, for instance. He was really fast at Dover and gave me a run for my money at Dover along with Jimmy before Jimmy had his pit road issues. And then, Clint runs fast at Martinsville. He runs fast at Kansas. I mean, I can pick about 3 racetracks every driver is really, really good at. And, Denny has really picked up the 1.5 mile program this year a lot better than I have. I've picked up the short track program where, tonight he got back on pace with that. So I think, just being able to utilize and share our information as much as we can is really helping us as a team.
Go upstairs for a couple questions. Go ahead.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Kyle, you sounded very respectful of your fellow Joe Gibbs racer out there, but if it does come down to Homestead, then what's the game plan?
Well, hopefully it doesn't. But if it does, it's going to be no holds bar. I mean, it came down to us last year, and if it's the same, Denny was leading the race, I was running second, chasing him down, and I moved around my line a little bit, and he kind of moved his, and I couldn't catch him anymore. But if it comes down to me having to win the race, and in order to win the championship, or if he wins the race, he wins the championship, it's going to be whatever happens. If it comes down where he wins the race and I finish second, it's going to be an awfully disappointing night for the 18 team, but yet a very exciting one for the 11.
Final question for Kyle upstairs. Go ahead.
Jay Pennell with front stretch and all left turns. Kind of speaking to tonight's race, it was kind of billed as nobody had anything to lose. Go out there, it was going to be, everybody going after each other. But there was only 3 cautions, one of those for rain. Why do you think we saw, such almost like a timid race? I mean, you and Denny got after it at the end of the race, but really it was kind of a calm deal out there. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. You tell me. You're probably one of the best at picking out drama like you did last week with Todd Bodine, so I won't answer your question.
Anything else? Right here. Paul Woody's got one. Paul. The mic guy left. Go ahead.
Instead of having this race as the last one before the chase, would you be in favor of moving Richmond into one of the final 10 races?
Would I be in favor of moving Richmond into one of the final 10 races for the chase? Yeah, I mean my average run here is pretty decent, so I'd be really happy about that. But I don't think that's the case. I think we're the same schedule next year, so it doesn't matter. But it's going to be exciting next year to see a couple different racetracks in the chase, see how it kind of can mix it up. But other than that, you're still going to have. I'm not saying you're going to see the same chase field next year, but you're going to have some of the same players going after it at some of the typical racetracks that we always do.
One more question. We'll take it from Jim. Go ahead.
Jim out of Charlotte Observer. Kyle, obviously you guys made a crew chief change for a reason, but at this point, looking at this season so far, how do you feel your work has gone with Dave Rogers?
I feel like it's gone really well. I mean, there's still some areas where we're both learning. I've been in the Cup Series now. I think this is my 5th or 6th season. I don't know which, but I'm still learning an awful lot as a driver about what to do and how to attack different racetracks different ways, and it's changing all the time with the way this car evolves and the way the tire changes and stuff. So, Dave's job is endless. I mean, he's got to handle, 11 road guys, 16 guys total that are here on race day, and all the guys back at the shop. So, I mean, a crew chief's day never ends. I mean, it's a huge sacrifice. And a huge sacrifice on his family's part, too, for him not to be around as much. But I feel like with the changes we made, this is the direction we were looking to be. We were solidly in the chase this year. We had some struggle points. Early on in the season, we were kind of blank, and then we came on a little bit more towards the spring months, and then we kind of fell off a little bit, and now we're picking back up a little. So hopefully we can carry it on for 13 weeks. We kind of see trends, I guess, of 8 or 9 weeks where guys can keep it going. But I'm looking forward to it. I feel like we've got a good shot at it. I can't discount us one bit, and I'm hoping that we can run strong, run hard, and chase the rest of these guys down.
Kyle, thank you very much, and good luck in the chase.